Rich's plant-based webinar. Today we're here to showcase our plant-based cooking and whipping creams in application, and we're joined today by Danny. Danny has a background in kitchens, over 20 years experience working in recipe development, and has been working with our cooking and whipping creams today to showcase them in application. Danny, looking forward to getting started?
Yeah, I really am. This plant-based cream, not only the cooking cream but the whipping cream, are amazing products. The capabilities of what we can produce with this are huge. They work very, very similar to standard cream. The taste is very neutral, so if we want to enhance it by making a chicken stroganoff, the paprika and the brandy will really push through. If we want to make a dessert like a lemon tart, the acidity from the lemon will really push through as well. This is a perfect cream for all your applications, really.
Fantastic. And when you've been working with the recipe development, how have they compared with cream alternatives in the marketplace?
They do very, very well. Like I say, the versatility of these products, we can do desserts, we can do savoury, we can make pastas. It's endless. And the beauty of this product is it's heat stable. So if we're making a nice hot sauce, it's not going to split. If we're making a dessert and we need to bake it in the oven, again, it's not going to split. Whereas the whipping cream, if we're making cold desserts, it works really well. It holds its shape. It really holds up for nearly 24 hours in some products. So it's really good products.
Fantastic. Shall we get started?
Yeah, let's get going. Now for a classic with a twist. We're going to make a vegan, dairy-free mac and cheese. We've already got our pan on with our plant-based cream, plant-based milk and some water. We're just going to add in our corn flour. And we're just going to boil this up and thicken up this sauce before we start building them. Now that our sauce is boiled, we're going to add in our nutritional yeast. Our plant-based cheese. Now the reason I add the plant-based cheese at the end when it's warm, if you add this cheese at the beginning, you run the risk of burning it and burning your pan. So add it in while the sauce is hot. And we're going to add in a little bit of seasoning. And then just finish off a sprinkle of parsley. So as you can see from the sauce, it's staying together, it's lovely and stable. The heat hasn't affected it anyway. It's nice and glossy, it looks creamy. So we're going to be ready to add this to our cooked pasta and then make our mac and cheese. Now the sauce is cooked, we're going to add it to our pasta, so just gently pour it in. And then stir it into our pasta. As you can see, it's got a thicker consistency, so it coats the pasta beautifully. Now we're ready to transfer it into our dishes to finish off our broth. We're just going to add our pasta into our bowl. I'm going to sprinkle over some breadcrumbs to give it some nice texture and crispiness on this product. And we're going to finish it off by adding some shiitake mushroom bacon. Now the recipe is on the bio. And this will roast up beautifully, give it a nice smoky smell as well. And then that's ready to bake in the oven, 180 degrees for about 15 minutes. Now we're going to cook our plant-based lasagna. So what we're going to do, we're going to heat our saucepan up with a little bit of oil. Then we're going to add our finely chopped onions. Our blanched diced carrot. Our garlic puree. And our seasoning, salt and pepper. So we're just going to fry this up and to soften our onions. Now that our onions have nicely sweated off and softened, we're now ready to start building on this recipe. So we're going to add in our plant-based mince. Our tomato puree. And our veg stock. So again, we're just going to fry this off before we add any more products. Now that the mince is fried up, we're ready to add our chopped tomatoes. And also our water mixed with corn flour. We're just going to allow this to slowly cook to get all the flavour in it and also to thicken. Now that our tomatoes have cooked out as well as the corn flour, our ragu is nearly ready. So we're just going to finish it off by adding some fresh basil. And some oregano. So we're just going to stir this in. Let the flavours get into the mince. Now we're going to remove from the heat and get ready to make our plant-based bechamel sauce. Now on to the bechamel sauce. So what we've got in the saucepan is our plant-based cream, water, half an onion studded with cloves and a bay leaf. So what we're going to do is just allow this to gently boil up, and then we'll start finishing off the sauce once it's boiled up and infused. Now that our plant-based bechamel sauce is boiling up, as you can see, it's not splitting, it's staying together and it's infusing our onion and bay leaf and clove all together. So what we're going to do now is just reduce the temperature, let the onion and bay leaf infuse even more, and then finish it off in around 20 minutes. Now that we've waited 20 minutes for this onion to infuse into our bechamel sauce, we're going to remove it. And we're now going to add some corn flour mixed with some water. We're going to thicken up our bechamel sauce. Whilst this sauce is thickening, we're just going to put a little pinch of nutmeg in. And again, as you can see, this sauce has been boiled, cooled back down and boiled again, and still no sign of the sauce splitting. Now our bechamel is thickened, we're going to take it off the heat. I'm going to add in some plant-based cheese and then let it cool. Okay, now that our ragu has cooled and our bechamel is also cooled, we're going to start building our lasagna. So we've already lined one of our lasagna trays with a little bit of ragu. We're going to put our pasta on top. A little bit more ragu. Spread it out toward the corners. And then one more sheet of lasagna. Now it's time to add our bechamel. Look at it, it's beautiful, it's rich, it's glossy. And we're going to pour it on top. Now we're going to add our vegan cheese on top. And then sprinkle over some parsley. Now we have it, one vegan lasagna. So to cook this, I'll just bake this in the oven for 20 minutes at 180 degrees.
Next up, we have our roasted vegetable and vegan feta quiche. So first off, we have our roasted vegetables. So we've got butternut squash, red pepper and red onion, which we've roasted in some smoked paprika, some thyme and some salt and pepper. Just going to add these into our smoked paprika pastry bases. Moving on to our cream base for our quiche, we have our plant-based single cream. We're going to add our egg yolks, whole eggs, corn flour, and our vegan cheddar. Let's get this all mixed in thoroughly. Just going to get these into our we have our vegan feta, which we're just going to crumble over the top. Just going to get these into the oven at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes. Here is our vegetable quiche, fresh out the oven, done.
Now we're going to do our chocolate vegan cheesecake. So right now we're just boiling up our plant-based cream. We're going to melt in our chocolate and mix in our agar. So the cream is warming, so we're going to start adding our chocolate and gently melting it. Don't rush it because you'll just end up burning the pan. Now that the chocolate is melting into the cream, we're going to add in our agar and we're just going to mix it in at the same time. Now the chocolate is melted into the cream, we're ready to put it to the side to cool down before we make the cheesecake. Okay, now that the chocolate and cream is cooled down, we're ready to make our cheesecake. So we first off start by putting in our vegan cream cheese. I'm just going to give that a tiny little whisk. Now we're ready to sprinkle in a little bit of sugar. And we're just going to get it going and add the sugar gently while it's whisking. Now we're going to add our chocolate mix. Remember to use dark chocolate to keep it vegan. And we're just going to mix this up. Now our cheesecake base is ready. I'm going to start adding it to our biscuit base. We're going to top with some cacao nibs and then place in the fridge to chill. Now on to something a little bit sweet. We're going to start talking about our plant-based whipped cream. This is a really good product. It whipped up really, really quick and easy. It doesn't need anything else added to it. We can put it straight into the mixer and whip it up, and we'll show you that in a little while. Once it's whipped, it stays whipped. And it's also got a 280% overflow. So it's really good volume. You get lots more out of your pack. And it acts just like dairy whipped cream. So we're just going to show you by putting the whipped cream in our mixing bowl and whipping it up for you. So we've just been whipping this cream for around 2 to 3 minutes and it's ready. As you can see, if we lift it off, we've got a lovely whipped cream consistency. And the other beauty about this product is the stability of this product. This will now stay longer than standard whipping cream. As you can see, the cream whips like a standard whipping cream. So we're going to try it now and show you how easy it is to use into a siphon. So we're just going to release the gas, give it a little shake, and then onto our plate.
And there we have it. Hopefully that's been a good introduction to our plant-based creams. How's that gone for you, Danny?
It's been really exciting, really good fun to showcase these products using these amazing creams, giving people ideas of what can be made now. It's limitless really. There's so many more products that can be made, and hopefully in the future we can showcase some more.
Fantastic. If you'd like any more information or you'd like to stock our plant-based creams, just head over to riches.co.uk for more information. And now to take a few of your questions.
Thank you.